I'm Robrad78.
And I'm Fidget 1185.
And welcome to our Couples Therapy.
Welcome back to Couples Therapy, where we talk about this, that, and the other thing.
And if you're new to the channel, welcome. So we got some subjects here to talk about. First one I want to talk about, you're going to see in the title as I see, I accidentally spilled grape soda on my Barack Obama biography. So as you can see, it's got purple stripes on it. So last podcast we did, we were over here drinking some drinks, and in the morning I went to go grab mine, and it was right next to the thing, and I bumped it. It was right next to the book, and I bumped it, and it spilled grape soda all over it. And I was like, is this accidental, like, racial, like, you know, because, like, I didn't mean to do that, but also, like, you're pouring the purple drink on the one and only black president. It's like...
And mind you, when this happened, I was still asleep, and I couldn't quite tell if it was real or not. Like, because you know how sometimes you're in that, you're not fully awake, but you're not fully asleep? Because, like, you're like, you know, like, you were upset that you spilled the drink on the book.
And I said, well, God damn it.
Yeah, I think that's what I heard. And it's like, and I just kept quiet.
Yeah, she never helped. But yeah.
You never asked.
It's implied. Someone needs help them. Anyways. Yeah, I didn't mean to do it. I'm trying to read a little bit about this book and learn a little bit about him. And I'm not trying to spill drinks on him. No more glass drinks in the room. But I just thought it was something that was funny. And I wrote it down for ideas to talk about. Because to me, it felt like an accidental, like, racial standing. Like, I didn't mean to make a statement, but...
Yeah, an accidental racial stereotype.
Yeah.
Oops.
But I poured some out for the homies, I guess. And thoughts on that? You ever spilled drinks or anything on your books?
Probably.
I remember one time when I was a kid, I left a book outside, and it rained, and it just soaked it up, and, like, the book got, like, really swole. And I was almost done with the book, too. And then I never got the book again, so then I could never read it.
Now you'll never know how it ended.
Yeah. The first one was so good. So it was the Hatchet series by Gary Paulson. I read the first one, and I got so into it. It was one of the first books I ever got and really love. And then I was like, I'm going to read the second one, which was called, like, Brian's River. And, like, I was almost done with it, and boom, that happened. So I'm going to have to read that series again. I love books. If I haven't said it enough on this show.
Yeah, and apparently you love pouring drinks on them and leaving them out in the rain, too.
I didn't know where you were going with that. All right, let's see. Another thing that happened was this morning when I was going to work. We're on day 2 of a 3-day raining spree. So it'll rain tomorrow too. Oof. And when I woke up this morning to go out to my truck to go to work, there was a little raccoon nestled in the corner between the 2 garages, and the storm door that I go out to go to my vehicle. And I could tell he was just trying to stay dry or whatnot. But at the same time, I didn't want to open that door and make him feel cornered and then have him feel like he has to attack his way out. So I knock on the window, and he kind of runs away a little bit, but then he also kind of is like, are you sure you need me to leave?
No.
But I was like, I don't want to take the chance.
Right.
But he was just trying to stay dry. A little cute raccoon.
And then going off of that, speaking of animals, and then so this morning, we had our front door open, and yeah, it was raining, and then one of these feral cats that, you know, roam the neighborhood or whatever, oddly enough looks like one of our other cats, comes up on our porch, and we have like one of those like little tables, and it was raining, and he was just kind of hiding under there, so again, looking to get out of the rain. And then he saw me, and then I think, and like I wasn't making noise or anything, and then like he just looked, saw me, and then I guess he just hopped down.
Like, gotta go.
But he was also like limping, so I hope that it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, these feral cats, what can you say? They pick fights with everything. That cat that she's talking about specifically keeps fighting with one of our main cats. So, me personally, I have no sympathy for it. It's like, stay away from our turf. But it is what it is, guys. Like,
I know, it's just...
we have too many animals here as it is.
I know, it's just, I feel for him, you know.
I feel more for the raccoon than I do the cat.
Oh, you're the one that chased the raccoon away.
Yeah, to not give myself rabies.
No, you just get a shot.
11 shots.
And I hear actually they're quite painful.
Yeah,
so.
they're really long needles.
Okay, that is enough of that.
Put them like in your back.
Okay, enough.
Like towards your spine or something.
Oh, I get it. Jesus.
Well, speaking of Jesus, no, I'm just kidding. I don't know how to.
I was wondering where that was going.
I don't know how to segue to the next one, but ChatGPT convinced another person to do something crazy. Well, the first time we talked about something that was actually AI, that this lady paid for an AI service to basically say whatever and curate whatever she wants. Remember, she divorced her husband and then she married this AI. But this one is ChatGPT, which is hard for me to say.
What's a ChatGPT?
I don't know.
Oh.
But it tells a woman to divorce her husband, and she follows through with it because it convinced her that it was cheating on her, or he was cheating on her. She literally asked it, "Is my husband cheating on me?" It said, "I need more proof. Give me his coffee grounds or whatever." And so she gave him the coffee grounds and a picture of the coffee grounds, and it somehow analyzed it and said yes. But that's the true story. I will find the article that I found that. It was a YouTube video, and I will put it in links down below.
That's just sad, what we're coming to, how people are, listening to AI and this chat thing.
We're getting closer to the dark side.
I hate to agree with you, but you're right. And it's just, it's sad. Are people really...
Yes.
Thank you.
Because you weren't getting it out, so I was like, yes, there's that stuff.
Well, I was trying to think of, the right word to use. But, yeah, it's just sad.
I'll let you tell the next news.
So, I'm excited for these.
And I'll get you guys articles about these ones in the link down below, too.
So, sometime here, I'm going to say in the near future, next month or so.
I'd say one closer to July, maybe late June, so probably next month, yeah.
So for a limited time, it looks like Doritos is coming out with this twisted queso flavor. So, and on the bag it has fireworks, which, kind of...
We'll put a picture up for you guys.
Which kind of leads us to believe that it'll come out around 4th of July or be out at that time. And so, you know how Oreo did a thing with Post Malone? Well, it looks like...
it was really good, too.
Yeah.
Shortbread, cinnamon.
Salted caramel or something.
Yeah, salted caramel shortbread or something like that.
And here's the thing. I'm not overly fond of salted caramel, and those were pretty darn good.
I thought she was going to say I'm not overly fond of Post Malone.
So it looks like they're doing another collab with a celebrity or musical artist.
Icon, if you will.
Thank you. Selena Gomez. And what did you say, the flavor it was supposed to be?
It's like a chocolate cinnamon. And what's cool about this one, if you look at the picture, there's two different versions of stuffing. So there's a brown stuffing and there's a white stuffing. So it's a chocolate cinnamon Oreo, basically.
And you'll be able to see in the picture when...
Yeah, I'll put up a couple pictures so you can see the variation of the stuffings.
And the packaging looks pretty cool. I
Yeah,
mean,
it looks like almost like Beats headphones.
Yeah.
Pretty cool looking.
So...
Oreos don't disappoint. I heard recently from a source at work who loves talking snacks with me that they made a new Oreo that's already in stores where they put pretzels inside the Oreo.
Could be.
But I don't know if I'd like that. I love pretzels. Pretzels are one of my favorite snacks. But when you mix it with stuff, it's not as good. Like, I don't even like very much when people use like the almond bark chocolate and like dip the pretzels in that stuff. I prefer a regular pretzel.
Oh, so
Standalone
no.
pretzel. Like, yeah, I don't really like the sweet pretzels. It was okay with the Reese's, but like, and with the M&Ms, but still, I would prefer to have it on its own.
Oh.
For me, my opinion.
For me, I feel like it depends on my mood, but like every so often I could go for like a chocolate covered pretzel.
Ooh.
But for me, not overly with the chocolate, because then I feel like it gets too much.
Too rich.
But yeah. So, I'll keep an eye out at my work for those ones so we can try them. And
Try them on here.
And if we end up not liking them, I'm sure Mama Brad wouldn't mind trying them.
And we'll tell her they're delicious, so then she'll eat them.
Yeah.
The twisted queso thing will be really good, though.
I'm hoping.
And I think the chocolate cinnamon will be okay, too.
But, like, why is it twisted queso? Like, with what? Like, it's cheese and what? What makes it twisted?
Maybe it's got a little spice to it.
But, that picture, though, with that cheese and it got some green
I like
onion.
the white bag.
Or silver.
And it's like fireworks around it.
But yeah, I'll keep an eye out for these at my work.
So, I mean, not a whole lot of events happened since we last talked to you guys, but we're like 1 subscriber away from 300. So that's exciting at the moment.
Right.
It fluctuates, so probably by the time you guys see this, we'll be either behind or past it.
I'm hoping we'll be past it, but
yeah,
that remains
to wishing well.
Right.
And if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed yet, feel free to subscribe. Help us get to that 300 count, and then help us get farther than that.
Yeah.
Anything helps, Once we get to 300, then we'll road to 400, and then eventually, we'd like to get to the 1K.
That would be awesome.
Start getting monetized on here. As of this recording, the weekend before, I played scary games with Mama Brad. That was a lot of fun.
Like, did you get freaked out at all?
A little bit, but to be honest with you, she started falling asleep during it was like an 8-hour game. Which is weird, because, like, it was 7 hours and a few minutes for me and her. But, like, when me and her played it, it took less time than it has since me and Sterling started playing it. And me and Sterling still haven't finished it yet, as of this recording. Supposedly this weekend, he's coming over and we're going to finish it. So we'll see.
Right.
A lot of crazy stuff happening around the house. Just, the weather getting rainy, and then it gets a little hot here, a little humid.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. Just one of those things where, like, I have so much projects to do at the house that, like, I can't hang out with everybody all the time,
Right.
Everybody's like, oh, do you want to hang out this weekend? You want to hang out? And it's like, I'm trying to get stuff done at the house, so that way the house looks a little more presentable for when people do come over.
That's fair.
But we're also working on getting caught up financially with stuff too, so it's kind of hard. I don't know about you, but it's hard for me to want to hang out with people when you know you owe money on something. Like, I love hanging out with people when I know that, like, everything's paid for, everything's good.
Like you're good for the month or whatever.
Or just good. Like, I don't have to be the month. Just, like, you don't have too many bills to pay. You know, we're paying a couple more bills than we probably want to at the moment. But that's something that we have to work through. We're almost there.
Yeah, I just got to keep plugging away at it.
One thing I don't understand is why do car registries happen around your birthday? Because it's like, you almost always forget that they're coming up. Because it's not really something you give a crap about. But it has to be done. And at the same time, it's like, oh, my birthday's coming up. I'm excited. Then you get this giant bill and you're like, well, now I don't really care that it's my birthday. Now I got to figure out a time to pay this damn thing. So that's how I always feel every time registries come around. It's like, man, I had something to look forward to, and now you're just like, just a reminder, you suck. And I'm like, can't I just leave me alone? Like, some of the bills we get in life, it's like, what is the point? I don't know. Like, as human beings, as a race, and everything, it's like, why do we have something to prove? Like, no other animal is out there trying to prove something to the world. They're just living life. But yet we have to pay taxes, you know, do all this stuff when we should just be able to live off the land and, you know, go about our life.
Right.
But no, we have to prove something to the world and pay yearly to monthly about bills that really all you're doing is paying them, and they don't have any effect on your life. Because, like, not every day do you have a health insurance problem or a car insurance problem, but yet you have to pay those monthly. Same with, like, you know, home insurance and stuff. All that money that you spend on that stuff, you know, you could have saved up to help yourself out. Or you could, when something finally does happen, you could get a loan from the bank and then pay that off at a reasonable time instead of just paying all of this stuff that you don't need to pay.
Or I feel maybe instead of monthly, just like, here's X amount of money for the year.
Well, I do 6 months. So, but it's just like,
right.
It's still way too much for something. I've had my truck for 10 years and I've never had to call insurance to, you know, take a claim on it, but I've paid probably hundreds of thousands of dollars just to have them be insuring me, you know?
Right.
Makes no sense.
Or it should be one of those things where it's like, if something does happen, you call, and then you pay for, like, the service.
Yeah.
Like, if that makes sense, instead of, you know, as you say.
Right.
That would be nice.
What a world that would be.
Right?
But sadly, that's not the world we live in. Fidget did try these new goldfish crackers.
Oh, yes, my work got them in. They're the Old Bay. And I had never had, at least to my knowledge, I don't think, you know, I had ever had anything that was seasoned with Old Bay. So I'm like, do I really want to buy this giant old box of goldfish with this seasoning that I've never had? What if I don't like it? I mean, it wasn't super expensive, but it wasn't exactly on the cheap side either. It was like $8 for this big old thing.
There's a lot of crackers in there too.
Opened it, tried them, and I like it.
I like them.
I would like to try some, like, food with this seasoning on it.
Yeah.
Like, I hear it's kind of like a Cajun kind of seasoning.
I can see that from China. I like them. Just anything with seasoning on them from like I always say the same thing with the Cheez-Its and stuff. When they have the seasoning and stuff, it's a little dry to me. And the powder is a little too much. It always makes me like cough, like like it gets stuck in my throat. Gotta love a good old squeaky chair.
But yeah, and I would have gotten a smaller one, but unfortunately my work only has that big old container of them. So I'm glad that I like them. He likes them. I let Mama Brad try them, and she seemed to like them too. So very happy about that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, do you have anything else to chit chat about?
Not really.
Still working on. I finished the Fortnite season. I got a cool new Darth Jar Jar skin. I was able to get that. I feel like I was one of the first people to get it. And Fidget's working on all that stuff now, and we're excited to get back into that and try to get her through that.
Yeah.
What I hear next season, it might possibly be a Simpsons season, like a mini season of Simpsons. So I'm excited for that because she knows I've been asking for that for years now. Ever since they did Family Guy, I was like, when are they going to do the Simpsons? Imagine you being Peter, me being Homer. Get somebody else to be Rick. And somebody else be Jake the dog.
I want to be the giant chicken. The yellow chicken.
Okay, you be Giant Chicken. I'll be Homer. We'll have Jake the dog, so there's another yellowish skin.
Right.
And they got Futurama characters too, so.
Yeah. It's exciting, but again, I don't know. I feel like Fortnite's trying to do too much.
Yeah, they're really trying to grab your money.
Well, because I remember when we started playing, it was pretty much builds.
Yeah.
And that was pretty much it. And then, I was super stoked when it was like, oh, they're adding zero build. What? Okay, that's awesome. And then, with the game, the other modes, I was like, okay, this is different. This is a different take on. But now I just feel like it's.
Now they got crossovers with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, with The Walking Dead now. And what I hear is once this Star Wars season's over, they're going to do a crossover with Star Wars. And they're going to make the lightsabers accessible in creative mode so people can make Star Wars maps. Which is good on them. And then I hear eventually Marvel, all of them too.
Yeah.
Honestly, what this does is a lot of indie game developers are going to stop making their own games, and they're just going to make games on an already pre-built platform like Fortnite and then make money off of that. Because when you make these maps and they are successful, Fortnite pays you pretty good on them, from what I hear.
Yeah, well, maybe we should get in on that.
I had a map.
I know, I liked it. And then.
I just wish we could get more people to play it.
Right.
And then I need to change the name of it. And I tried to re-upload it the other day, and it was 10 times more difficult than it was when the first time I uploaded it, so I just gave up. I was like, nope. The first time I did it, it seemed pretty easy. I even got a picture of myself in it.
But I will say, though, I did like when they put the Lego in Fortnite. Because I know I was, super into it for a minute there. I've been wanting to get back into playing. It's just...
And they got new Lego modes, too.
Right. And I just love, how now pretty much all of, the characters that we have, little Lego people. Or little Lego dudes, as I call them. And Fortnite knows I have a weakness for them, so...
So the scooters around here has a new blender size, extra large, which they never had before. And now your boy gets even bigger size.
God help me.
But yeah, I've been playing a lot of The Quarry. I played it with my mom. I played it with Sterling. I have a friend who goes by the name Casio that wants to eventually get on it and play it, where we'll play it online together. This one is too scared to play it, but
I never said that I was scared to play it.
she's like, it gives me anxiety. I can't.
When I watched you and Sterling play, sitting here watching you guys play, I'm like, oh God. And it's a lot. Some of the stuff is a jump scare, and it's like, yeah, no, we're not feeling that. But
That's the excitement of it. But, you know, all in all, we're having fun here at the house. I don't know if I have much more to say. Again, we're trying these fire brewed sodas. I got the grape one again because that was all that was left, and she's trying their Dr. Pepper version. And
it's good.
yeah, so far I haven't had a bad flavor of theirs. I'm gonna try to keep it away from this. And yeah. Do you have anything else to share? No?
No?
All right. Well, I think this is how we're going to end it, guys. You know, they don't all got to be the real long ones.
No.
So, you know what? Much love. And peace.